Discipline over emotion means choosing the path of purpose rather than the path of impulse. It means standing tall when everything inside you is telling you to run, to lash out, to quit. Emotions are real, no doubt. We feel them deep and they hit us hard. Anger, fear, sadness, frustration, they rise up like a wave and want to knock us off balance. But here's the truth. You don't have to act on every emotion that rises. You have the power to pause, to reflect, and to choose discipline over emotion. Discipline says, I'm not letting this feeling decide my future. Discipline says, I may feel tired, but I'll still get up and grind. Discipline says, I might be afraid, but I'm walking through that fear. See, emotions are visitors, temporary. They show up, they try to take control, but they don't have to run the show. Discipline is your anchor. When emotions rise, discipline keeps you grounded. It's the voice in your head that says, stick to the plan. It's the commitment that holds strong when your feelings are all over the place. Think about this. Emotion wants comfort. Discipline wants growth. Emotion wants what's easy. Discipline wants what's right. Emotion will tell you to react, to speak when you should be silent, to give up when you should push harder. But discipline reminds you of the bigger picture. Discipline keeps you focused on the mission. And missions are not completed by feelings. They're completed by action. Consistent, focused, intentional action. Let me tell you something. Anybody can act based on how they feel. That's easy. But the ones who rise, the ones who succeed, they act based on what they know, not just what they feel. They know that discipline leads to progress, and progress, that builds confidence, that builds power. Emotional reactions can cost you relationships, jobs, opportunities. Discipline, it will open doors. It will build trust with others and with yourself. Discipline is a muscle. You work it every time you choose to do the hard thing instead of the easy one. Every time you get up when you don't feel like it. Every time you show up and give your best, even when no one's watching. You don't wait for motivation. That's emotion. Motivation comes and goes, discipline stays. Discipline doesn't care if you're in the mood. Discipline doesn't care if the conditions are perfect. It just shows up and does the work. You want success, you want peace, you want to be the kind of person who can weather any storm, then you need discipline more than you need emotion. Emotion is loud, discipline is steady. Emotion reacts, discipline responds. When you master the art of discipline over emotion, you become unstoppable. Because now you're not a slave to your feelings, you're the master of your fate. Your mind is the captain. That means you are in charge, not your fear, not your doubt, not your stress, not the chaos around you. You. Your mind is the one steering the ship. Life will throw storms your way, pressure, pain, setbacks, rejection. But if you let your emotions take the wheel, you'll drift, you'll crash, you'll sink. When your emotions are in charge, you're at the mercy of the moment. You're reacting, not directing. But when your mind is in control, you're navigating, you're deciding, you're leading. Let's be real. Feelings are powerful. They'll convince you that you can't go on, that the goal isn't worth it, that you're not enough. They'll tell you to take the easy way out, to play it safe, to give up before you even start. But your mind, your trained, focused, determined mind knows better. Your mind can see past the moment. It can see the long game. While emotions are short-term, your mind plays for legacy. It doesn't care about how things feel right now. It cares about who you are becoming. A captain doesn't panic in a storm. It calculates who he's becoming. A captain doesn't panic in a storm. A captain doesn't abandon the wheel when the waters get rough, and neither should you. You keep steering. You keep your hand on the wheel, eyes on the horizon, locked in on your purpose. Your thoughts, your decisions, your discipline, That's how you guide your life. That's how you take control, because the world, it's going to test you. People will doubt you. Situations will break your heart, but your mind, when it's strong, when it's trained, doesn't get knocked off course. It adjusts, it adapts, it stays in command. Too many people are passengers in their own lives, letting emotions, circumstances, or other people dictate their direction. They drift from one place to another, wondering why they feel lost. But when your mind is the captain, you're not drifting, you're sailing with intention. You're making choices that move you closer to your goals, not further from them. You're not just surviving, you're leading, creating, building. The mind has power beyond measure. What you feed it, how you train it, determines where your life goes. If you fill it with doubt, with fear, with negativity, that's the direction you'll sail. But if you fill it with purpose, with focus, with vision, you become unstoppable. Because it's not the outside world that controls you. It's not luck or chance. It's your thoughts. Your mind is shaping your future right now with every belief, every decision. You've got to take that responsibility seriously. Don't hand over your life to emotion. Don't give your power away to how you feel. Own your mind, strengthen it, use it. It's what captains do. They don't just float, they lead. They chart the course. And when obstacles come, when the waters get rough, they stay calm, they stay sharp, and they keep moving. Your life is your ship. Your mind is the captain. The question is, where are you taking it? The power of choice is one of the greatest gifts you've been given. Every single day, no matter what's happening around you, no matter what's going on inside of you, you have the ability to choose. You can't always control what happens to you, but you can always control how you respond. That's power. That's freedom. That's ownership of your life. People will say, I couldn't help it. I was angry, or I was just so scared, or I felt overwhelmed. But listen to me. Emotions don't make choices. You do. Emotions try to influence you. Sure, they're loud. They want attention. But they don't have the final say. You do. You have to decide whether you're going to let that anger make your decisions, or whether your mind steps in and takes control. Whether that fear shuts you down, or whether your strength rises up and says, not today. You can choose to be calm in chaos. You can choose to be kind when someone's rude. You can choose to show up when you feel like quitting. That's choice. And choice is power. Because once you realize you can choose your response, now you're not a victim to emotion anymore. You're in charge. You're not tossed around by how you feel. You're grounded in what you know and who you are and where you're going. And here's the truth. Your choices shape your life. Not your feelings, not your past, not your circumstances. Your choices. Every decision you make is a brick in the foundation of your future. You choose whether you build strong or you build weak. You choose whether you rise or you stay stuck. People who win in life aren't always the most talented, the most lucky, or the most connected. They're the ones who take responsibility for their choices. They choose discipline. They choose integrity. They choose growth even when it's hard. Let's talk about pain. Pain is real. Struggles are real. But you still have a choice. You can choose to let pain define you, or you can choose to let it refine you. You can choose to run from it or grow through it. That's your call. No one can make that choice for you. And let me be clear, this isn't about pretending you don't feel things. It's about feeling them, but not being controlled by them. It's about feeling fear and still choosing courage. Feeling tired and still choosing to push. Feeling anger and still choosing peace. Every time you make the right choice over the easy one, you grow stronger. Your mind gets sharper. Your character gets deeper. And over time, those choices become habits. Those habits become your life. It's not about making one big choice and everything changes. It's about those small daily choices, the ones no one sees, the ones that seem insignificant, that stack up and create your destiny. You want to change your life? Start with your choices. Not tomorrow, not next week, now. Because right now, in this moment, you have the power to choose who you're becoming. And no emotion, no setback, no one else can take that away from you. That's your power, the power of choice. Use it, own it, live it. Growth comes through struggle. It doesn't come through comfort, through ease, or through everything going your way. It comes through resistance. It comes through pressure. It comes through those moments where you feel like quitting, but something inside you says, keep going. That's where growth lives, not on the mountaintop, but in the climb. Not in the victory, but in the battle. You don't build strength when things are easy. You build strength when things are hard, when you're stretched, when you're tested. Think about it. How do muscles grow? Through resistance, through tension. You tear them down in the gym so they can come back stronger. Your mind, your spirit, your character, they grow the same way. You've got to be willing to go through something if you want to become something. There is no growth without struggle. It's the struggle that molds you, shapes you, reveals you. Everybody wants the result, but not everybody wants the process. Everybody wants to shine, but not everybody wants to grind. But the grind, that's where greatness is forged. In the struggle, you find out who you really are. Not who you say you are, not who you hope to be, but who you are when life punches you in the mouth, when the plan falls apart, when the door slams shut. That's where growth starts. When you stop running from the struggle and start leaning into it. You can't avoid struggle and expect to grow. You can't run from every challenge and expect to be strong. Growth is not found in avoiding pain. It's found in walking through it, facing it head on. And every time you do, every time you fight through, you level up. You get tougher, wiser, more focused. You start to understand that the struggle isn't there to stop you. It's there to develop you, to teach you, to prepare you. And here's the truth. Struggle is a part of the process for anything meaningful in life. Relationships, success, purpose, peace, all of it requires struggle. There's no shortcut to it. If it came easy, it wouldn't mean anything. The struggle gives it value. The grind gives it weight. And the growth, it's the reward for your perseverance. Struggle strips away the unnecessary. It forces you to confront your fears, your doubts, your weaknesses. It's uncomfortable, yes, but it's also necessary, because on the other side of struggle is strength you didn't know you had. It's clarity you didn't know you needed. It's growth you couldn't get any other way. Don't pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. Don't run from struggle. Respect it, embrace it, let it do its work. Let it refine you, because when you come through the other side, you won't be the same. You'll be stronger, wiser, more resilient. That's what struggle gives you if you're willing to go through it. If you're willing to keep pushing, keep showing up, keep believing even when it's hard. Growth doesn't come by accident. It comes by choice. The choice to face the struggle and rise above it. The choice to not be defined by what you're going through, but by how you grow through it. Struggle is the path. Growth is the result. Keep walking. Legacy of strength isn't about what you say, it's about what you do. It's about how you show up when nobody's watching. It's about the example you set, the impact you leave behind, and the standard you live by. Legacy is not built in moments of comfort. It's built in moments of pressure, of struggle, of decision. And strength, real strength, is not about muscles or bravado. It's about consistency. It's about resilience. It's about being the person who keeps standing, who keeps fighting, who keeps moving forward no matter what. When people remember you, they're not going to remember how you felt. They're going to remember how you acted. Did you lead with courage? Did you rise when life knocked you down? Did you keep your word when it was hard? That's legacy. That's strength. You don't build a legacy of strength by letting your emotions control you. You build it by mastering your emotions, by using your mind, by making the right choices over and over again, even when you don't feel like it. A strong legacy comes from living with discipline and purpose. It comes from facing adversity head on and refusing to fold. See, people watch how you move when things get tough. They watch how you handle stress, how you respond to failure, how you treat others when you're under pressure. And whether you realize it or not, you're teaching them something. You're showing them what strength looks like, or what it doesn't. The truth is, we don't get to pick whether life is hard. Life will be hard. We don't get to choose our storms, but we do get to choose how we face them. We get to choose whether we let them break us or build us, whether we run or whether we rise. And every time you choose to rise, every time you push through, you're adding to your legacy. You're writing a story that says, I didn't quit. I didn't back down. I didn't let fear or pain or doubt have the final word. Strength isn't about pretending you're never afraid or never hurt. It's about feeling those things and moving forward anyway. It's about being the rock for others when they need it. It's about showing up not just for yourself, but for your family, your community, your team. It's about being the example of what's possible when you live with integrity, grit, and heart. And here's what's powerful. Your legacy of strength doesn't just stay with you, it ripples out. It inspires others. It gives them permission to be strong too, to stand tall, to push harder, to believe in themselves. Because when people see your strength, they start to believe they can find that same strength in themselves. You build a legacy of strength by living every day with intention, by not letting the world dictate who you are, but by defining yourself through your actions, through your work ethic, through your mindset, through your character. That's the kind of strength that outlasts circumstances. That's the kind of strength that leaves a mark long after you're gone. The question is, when people speak your name, what kind of legacy will they talk about? One built on emotion or one built on strength?